Hello and welcome to the Mercury Vapor Glow channel. Today I'd like to present to you this 80s and 90s style Philips SGS 203 fixture that runs a high pressure sodium bulb. So no Mercury Vapor Glow actually today, but orange light from the high pressure sodium bulb. This fixture is so nice because I restored it a little bit. This upper portion here is made from plastic, and this plastic is reinforced with fiberglass, and it was really itchy when I got it. It has seen like 30 years of service on the street, or 25 years. It's one of the first production models, I was told. So this plastic has become really rough, and fibers were already sticking out, and you could poke yourself and it would itch for days. So that's why I painted this fixture. It's not the original color in any way, shape or form. It's just what color of paint I had. These were more gray from what I believe when they came from factory. And what's really interesting about these fixtures is this: you can open it up by this clip, and then these fixtures just kind of hinge upwards, and right now it just kind of disintegrates a little bit. I will have to put the camera down so to control what happens here. As I open up this upper portion, you can see that you already can see the bulb. The reflector assembly, this has gone up, but also I need to take control of the bowl here, because this bowl wants to crush our bulb. So you can see the bulb is pretty yellowed from all the years on the street. It's unfortunately, you can see it against the light. Maybe it's like already, it's not extremely bad. Maybe on the sides it's a little worse where the sun came to it. It has seen better days, certainly. It has a rubber gasket here that is pretty okay. I will put it aside, and then we can see that the bottom portion here with this bottom part that is held on the mast here. This has also the gear in it. You can take it out. It's in like a tray. Just loosen 2 screws and you can take it out. And the pretty funny bulb here, it's 100-watt rated, so it's already in the shape of like 250-watt sodium bulb, but it's pretty tiny arc tube still, because it's like only 100 watts. It's pretty funny. You cannot unfortunately read a lot from the sticker anymore. It says that it's the SGS 203 fixture, but you can't read very much anymore. It's made in France. You can still see SGS 203/100, that would be for the wattage. And here in the gear compartment, you can see that there is a 3-tapped ballast here, the BSN ballast from Philips, that helps with starting the bulb. It's not only a choke coil, but it also, the starters use the coil on the choke coil to generate the high voltage impulse to help to start this strike this bulb. And there is a capacitor for the power factor correction, and yet another little choke coil that I was told maybe help with having less radio wave pollution from this fixture, but it's also pretty unclear. I asked other collectors what it does. Since it works, I left it in there, and it's there. I mean, you can read what's on it, but it doesn't really say anything to it. It's pretty uncommon. It may be because it was one of the first SGS 203s. and they had some additional gear that they didn't do later maybe. So here there is a reflector. It's like one of the newer reflectors that is dedicated to clear bulbs, and it diffuses the light. Additionally, because of the small arc tube, there is a little bit more action here in this reflector. This reflector seals against the bowl when you put the bowl in. So together with this seal here, it seals this fixture up pretty well. It's not many insects can get inside. It's a pretty unique design, having it like that, opening upwards on the mast. It's very practical, of course. Changing the bulb from upwards is also okay if you're in a bucket truck or something. So this works out pretty well. It's just a little hard to do on a table like I do right now. So I'd say let's just put this fixture back together. I need to put the camera away again, and I will just try to close it with the bowl, putting the bowl in it again, so that we can turn it around and fire it up. Here you have to still unlock this upper portion, sorry, so that it wants to go down. Like I said, on a table it's a little hard to do. Even with two hands, putting the camera down, it's pretty hard. Let's close the clip here again. I'm sorry for the video quality right now, but there's not much I can do about it. Let's turn around this fixture and let's first see it from the underside. So it's like a pretty classical design, not very screaming anything very modern or something. It's pretty plain and easy. There is the Philips logo here. Here's the logo, and here it's written on the fixture that is Philips. You can see that here, this mounting bracket, you can take out these screws, these two here, and you can flip it around so that it sticks out like that, and you can mount it to the top of a mast without having a mast arm if you want to. It's a pretty common practice in Western Europe to do it this way, so that's why they did it this way. Like in West Germany, for example, that's very common to do that. And you can see, well, the bowl is a little bit yellowed, but you can still see through the bulb and the reflector that are now sealed like they would be in the operation on the street. And I'd say let's start this thing up. I will just turn off the light here, and let's turn on the fixture. The sodium bulb in here, I believe it's the one that I got it with, that who worked on the streets. This bulb is a little bit used, but it's already a mercury free bulb, I believe, because it starts up. It doesn't have the white glow, it just goes to the yellow in a very short period of time. And yeah, that's it. A very boring startup. It's already yellow and it stays yellow while operating. You can see the light distribution here is done only by this reflector thingy, since of course the bowl is just a corrosion protection. It doesn't have any refractors to guide the light or anything. Most of the light, as usual, is guided to the side. There is still some light that goes directly under the fixture on the street, and the lighting along the street works pretty well. There's not that much light coming, for example, this way, because there would be no street in this application. This way would be rather the opposite house. Yeah, and it's a pretty nice fixture, 100 watts. It lies not a crazy wattage. These fixtures were available to anything between 50 watt and 250 watt For the 400 watt clear bulb, there would be other fixtures. They would sell the SGS 201, I believe. Still, that wasn't a little older fixture that had the 400 watt bulb in it. Yeah, it's a fixture that is really common in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Poland. It's like a 90's fixture, so there was no more division between Eastern Bloc and Western Bloc. It was sold everywhere. It's basically a fixture that's seen like anywhere in all the wattages. They start taking them off in favor of LEDs right now, but they are still pretty common fixtures, and I pretty much like the design. It's pretty conservative, nothing crazy, but I like it pretty much. Of course, sometimes, rarely, you can still find it in the Mercury Vapor version that it was available. It had a little bit different reflector, but they have gotten really rare. So we need to like what we have, and this is the sodium version here. Yeah, so I'd say thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this Philips SGS 203 100 watt clear high pressure sodium fixture. I turn it off. You can see the hot arc tube still glowing. It's the nice thing about these lamps. I say it's a really nice thing to watch. It is still glowing after you turn it off. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.